Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the cash cows round 11, going through all the chaos that we had last night in terms of team selection and a lot of rookies getting dropped, and who's probably the best buys in the next couple rounds, etc. And more about, I guess at this point, job security and who's going to be able to make that quick 150, 200,000 to get your teams up a little bit. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, I've got it sorted for averages in 200 to 299k. First off, McAndrew is a great guy if you have the ability to get out of Samson Ryan. As Samson Ryan, we don't know his role necessarily in this team for the at the moment for Richmond, and how that's going to correlate with Nank, and also he does have the potential to be dropped. And I also want to see McAndrew and how he plays with Hickey before I jump on him next week, but there's quite a big chance that I jump on him and take the Samson Ryan cash, because once Items is back or someone else is back, Amadi post most of the buys in the AFL, McAndrew should be around 400k and be a trade out potential for us. So that is why he's probably a really good pick, and why he's got, what's his ownership, 45%. A lot of people have probably jumped on him. And yeah, I think he's going to be a really good pickup for me next week, and we'll just wait and see on that, as Samson Ryan is getting near to the point where we need to trade him out and bank that cash. And then we got Moyles not playing, Boner, Turner, Angwin's still here, but he's not really doing anything and has really stopped cash gen wise, so glad that I didn't get him. Lord's still here, Sturt, Clark, Fleeton. Here we see all the rookie madness. We've got Fleeton out, Joyce, Spice is still playing, but I wouldn't really want to go for him just because of that average, and he had a 48, so, but he hasn't kicked a goal yet, first off, and he got that mostly through tackles, so I don't know if he can hold that against Collingwood. And then more guys here just not being named, etc. Blanks played 4 games, 47. Did he have any sub games? Is that why he's low? Yeah, sub game for 12. That's why he's lower. We'll see with how he goes, but he could be just a rookie downgrade, but he probably is already too expensive to do that for the position that he plays in. Cabano, Gould dropped, Robinson still injured, Hewitt not getting a game, Dempsey, Sexton, no one else here, Sheether's still injured, Stone, Stardust, Laurie, Sheldrick out as well, so there's no one here basically. Basso's gone down massively. 3 sub games basically. Well, that wasn't a sub game and he got 17. Unless it wasn't a sub game, because it couldn't have been. So yeah, no, there is literally no one here. And if we look, I'll do it price, and then we go statuses selected to play. You will see, if I flick this up, we have Mullen and O'Donnell. He's playing again, but he's had 2 very poor performances fantasy-wise. And Oizen, I don't know how he will play. It's only his 4th game of footy, and he is starting, but I just don't like with the Geelong job security. He's probably going to play 1 game and then back into the VFL. So I don't like that necessarily. I think your best choice down here is to get McAndrew, whether that be in that R3 or that F7, F8 role. As I wouldn't say that he's a good guy to have on field, because I think he did sort of struggle a little bit to get to the 66, like 5 tackles, only 9 touches. But he did come against Goldie, and he's got Pitnet, I believe. No, DeConan? Is DeConan playing? AFL teams. If we look at the teams here, you'll see Tom DeConing is back, so I think he will struggle a little bit. So maybe he only puts up like a 50 or something like that. But then he he's got St Kilda, and that's just going to be Marshall, where he could actually do well because he'll be coming up against some other guys secondary rucking, as I think by then Hickey will be back to main ruck and McAndrew will be a little bit more forward. And then you've got, that's why I also want to see what the split is with him going forward, as he could become more of a forward, which could be good at his height. I mean, he's 209, so, and if he has a decent jumping ability, he should be able to take a lot of overhead marks and be an option through that way. And he's got two solo rucks, which could help him if he is the backup ruck. And then he's got the Eagles in round 15, which could be really good. Then he's got Geelong, which should be tougher and starts to get into... Doesn't really have a tough double matchup until round 19, 20, where he has Freo and Essendon, but I doubt he'll be playing by then as Adams will be back, and I think they'll resort to either double ruck or single ruck by then. And then there's no one else really here to talk about in the 200k range. We'll flick back to the 300k range. I'll do all the players that I don't have and then go through the players that I do have, as I got hit as well. Davey, emergency, so basically dropped. But probably going to be sub, I'm guessing, again. Berry's playing again, but had a sub performance here. That's why he got 11, so basically stopped his cash gen. And he's very free kick, sort of has a lot of free kicks for the amount of game time he gets, so I wouldn't be going for him. Jones played last week and he got suspended, but it doesn't really matter with him scoring wise. And then Jamison's still playing, and he could be an option at 307k, but I mean, he'd just be a bench option, and we've seen here a 24 and a 21, so I wouldn't really be going for him. Anyone else here? No one else really here that played the week before. Then you got Johnson here, 30% for 40, 75, 63, 76, 41, 66% for 55. So if you take out his 3 sub performances here, he's got 55, 41, and 63. That's pretty good for a guy at 309k. It's just the problem that he's 309k already, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the best break even. We're looking at Johnson, aren't we? Yeah, Johnson. Johnston Sons. No, I spelled it wrong, didn't I? How it's just Johnson. Okay. There we go. Break even of 14, so he could be a guy next week if he can break into the full-time team that you could potentially get post-buy as... but then also he's going to be at like 330k, 340k, so you really want to be playing that for a guy that seems to be topping out as around 60 or so. I wouldn't really want that. So you'd have to see Sarong and probably Fife go back down for really Johnson to have a chance. Tracy's playing, but he's a key forward, so I wouldn't really want him, as he can be streaky, as shown in the Swans game, and polar opposite in the Saints round 1 game. No one else here really, and no Dave Buance. Baldwin I thought was harsh to be dropped on after 264s, but it's Scott, he can do anything. Anyone else dropped here? Not really anyone really scoring well. I should probably actually flick this to last round, and then that'll give us a better indication. Weddle 102, I think he's just too pricey now at 395. We missed that boat, and I wish we'd gotten him. Butler, Brockman, Ford, McAndrew, Grimes. No one else here really that I like. Then obviously the Baldwin that we talked about. Anyone else here? Not really. Never got dropped very, very quickly after some of their guys came back. That's why I think that Mullins won't survive in the Geelong Cats lineup for long, and I wouldn't be getting him. And no one else here really. Hoff just really hasn't gotten going this year, it looks like. Was that a sub game? No sub games. And he still just hasn't got going. And yeah, there wouldn't be anyone here that screams out to get at that price range. Any 400 guys that you could look at? Not really. I mean, Coleman Jones you could sort of look at, because he's got one 19 game and a 105. And if we look at Coleman Jones, surely he's around here somewhere. Coleman Jones 37, so you probably... But you wouldn't be bringing him in as... Well, we want to see one more performance from him. If we look at his profile from 2022, he averaged 52 from 10 games. Any sort of sub-games, doesn't look like it. So maybe he's taken the step up, but I think it was just him against the Swans and they couldn't just handle the heights that he had. Gunston I wouldn't go for. No one else here really. Humphrey you could go for. It's just awkward because of this 0 that he had here in this these sort of games here. But he's really proven in the last couple of weeks, and we do know that Took is still a while away, so Humphrey also has a really good break-even, doesn't he? Humphrey has a -3 break-even, so you could go for him as well. He is definitely a good option. Banfield wouldn't go for. No one else here really. Williams you could go for as well, but 62, 92, 62, 82, I wouldn't really want that on field, as you can just get Atkins on field, as it looks like his role is pretty good at the moment, being 5.53k, and they actually omitted Ellis, so I think that's very good for him. Parnell, I'd want one more performance from him. If he can put out another 100, he could definitely be in the conversation to get, as he'll be. Well, let's look here. Parnell. I want to say his break even is going to be about 20. 22, yeah. So yeah, he could, if he gets another 100 score, you could look at him, but I think he's just a little bit too pricey at the moment for his output. And no one else here that I'm really looking at, and it's screaming out saying pick. And then, is there anyone 500k range? Really, we're starting to get out of the rookies, guys. So I'll switch back here, and then we'll go to on-field, or the guys that I have at the moment. Wilmot, potential to be dropped as he's named on the bench, but I think that's just because it's a Sunday game and they have to name the 26. I don't think they're dropping him, as I don't think they're going to drop 2 wingers just because Rich comes back. But Wilmot's bad role could be back, and he could need to be moved on, and that could mean that I move Wilmot, Cowan, and Sharp on, and move them on to 3 more rookies, and really try and get a guy with a good role in. That's we'll see out of all the debuts this week. If we look here, 200k, and I have enough coverage through Uland and also Chesser as well to put to get those guys in the back line, and Drury and Noah Long can go into the midfield, so I can get I probably should get 1 defender, 1 midfielder, and 1 forward if needed, but it could mean that I could go Wilmot, Sharp, and Cowan, and I'd have potentially close to, or Wilmot, Sharp, and Ryan, and have potentially close to 500k on top of a rookie guy here to get a 700k guy, like take a risk on Darcy Cameron, etc., as he's going to be like 660k, and do that to get another premium guy basically. And that'll mean that I have only got to upgrade, I guess, Aitkins and Wardlaw post buy, so that could be an option. Then we got, so no one else here really. Obviously, need to get back to this part. Mitchell, I think, is a really good option. Got good job security at the moment, it looks like, and playing against St Kilda could be interesting, as they've had both games where they've shut down their kick mark opponents, such as I think last week. Who did St Kilda play? They played GWS, and if I go here and look at GWS defenders, their highest score last week was 65, 55, 41, and we have the Lockie Whitfield score of 86 being the top defender. So they've really shut them down. And then the week before that, they played Adelaide, and I'm pretty sure Adelaide had like Smith and stuff like that. If we go to where's Adelaide here? We go to positions, defenders. Dawson, the week before, 116, but he was playing in the midfield with Miller at 85. Curtis Jones does have it, but he was 83. Parnell got the ton. Murray got only didn't play. Then you have Smith got 121, which was a season high. McElhaney got 46, similar to what he gets normally, and Butts got 63, which is a lot more than what he got the round after. So we've seen that. So I'm just hoping it's the kick around the back Hawthorn that we get, and we get positive scores for Mitchell. And that's one of the reasons that I didn't go for Sicily, and I'll talk about that in the video on my teams. So anyone else here? Really, Cowan's not going to play. He's going to be one that I want to get rid of. Illand and Sharp are both not playing this week. Sharp got dropped, which was quite annoying from Fagan to say that he was going to get a run, and then got dropped a week later. Got subbed out 3/4 time and then dropped the week later, so bad signs for that. But hopefully with Sharp I can get some money out of and get him up to Darcy Cameron next week. That is the plan. And then Darcy Cameron can just be put into the forward line. I can put McPherson down back or something like that, and I can play... or I can put Tim Taranto into the midfield, and that means that I don't have to play either a Mitchell or a Wardlaw. I can take the highest scorer out of those two. But then it'll also be buy around, so it's just another premium, I guess, in there, and helping me out over guys that are red dots at the moment. And then we move on to Samson Ryan. You've heard basically what I'm going to do with him. I think McAndrew is the choice to go to, and that'll get me out of Samson Ryan's cash before he starts to drop. And McAndrew, hopefully he keeps on playing, and we don't have any other ruckman 200k, do we, that are going to play? Adelaide, no. Status is selected to play 200k. We have McAndrew, obviously, 300k. Jamison, 400k. So we don't have anyone, and I'm not going to just jump on a ruckman straight away, I don't think, unless McAndrew gets dropped, as... if a 200k guy comes up and McAndrew gets dropped, then I can save 270k, and I can start getting up to more of the guys around the 750, 760 range, which will give me more flexibility. And then you've got here, Wardlaw obviously brought him in, good job security at the moment, so that should be good. Ashcroft running well, pretty much not a rookie anymore. Atkins sort of transitioning from the rookie price range to now a mid-pricer. Sheasel's just out of the mid rookie price range and is now turned into a premium. He's played that good and looks like he'll stay in my side now with how limited the forwards outside of round 15 buy round we have. Then Drury got dropped. Basically, he's going to get dropped, so he's going to turn into a red dot, which is good, I think, in the long run. And Noah Long's playing, but he's going to stop having cash gen soon, I think. But 338k, just hoping he can pick up and score some 50s to get that cash gen going again and really start to pick it up, I guess, and get towards that 400k. And then Chesser, I think they're going to wane him back in with a game on, game off type style through the buys and bring him back in. So that's basically the video, as I don't have any other rookies and I've gone through every rookie. So that's the Cash Cows round 11 video, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks guys, goodbye.